Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Muslim Gamers Podcast. Whether you're listening to us during a walk, workout, drive, or if you just have our talking heads minimized so your boss doesn't see us on your screen, we're happy that you're joining us on this episode. For this episode, I'm joined by Abdul and Mohammad, and let's just say we're going full steam ahead. So let's not dilly-dally and get right into talking about the latest news about new hardware from Valve, namely the Steam controller, the Steam machine, and the Steam frame. Assalamu alaikum, Abdul, Mohammad, you guys excited?
Walaikum assalam.
Beyond excited.
I just noticed the t-shirt too.
Yeah, I'm super
nice.
excited.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, wearing a Half-Life shirt for people who are listening.
So, Abdul, as excited as you are, I don't think there's anyone more excited than Muhammad.
Oh,
because he's been,
fine.
You've been following the leaks and everything.
Yeah.
So,
I'll take
why don't you get
place.
us? so go ahead, get it. Well, actually, you might have to fight me for second place too, because I'm pretty sure the price for this hardware is probably going to be, pretty affordable. Knowing Valve, but we'll get into that as we're talking about it. But Mohammad, why don't you go and get us started?
So, disclaimer also, I don't think that they're done announcing anything. We'll start from this since I'm talking about Half-Life.
Yeah.
We just had the Half-Life 2 anniversary. It's going to be 21. It just turned 21 on Saturday, and they did announce on the 20th anniversary there's supposed to be the Half-Life 2 book that's supposed to be coming out this year that they're reprinting.
Okay.
And there are leaks and suggestions that the Half-Life 3 announcement should be before the end of the year. It's not 100%. But again, none of us were 100% sure that we were getting any hardware announcement this year, but we got all the major announcement all in one day. So if you're excited about this, you should be. If you know anything about Valve, with the release of the Index, they had Half-Life Alyx to show off the new hardware, and what perfect game to show off, the power of the Steam machine and being able to play a flat screen game in VR, other than Half-Life 3. And the leaks have suggested where they've even said that they've been working on the trailer and it's almost done. And last time they did that for Alyx, when they worked on it, the announcement was very short right after that. So I'm super excited about that. So in terms of the hardware, I think I've mentioned it like a million times. I'm a VR enthusiast. I have the Index. I've had the Quest 2, Quest 3, Rift S, PSVR 2. And I've played on the HTC Vive and the Cosmo.
Wow. Okay.
I was into VR early, but I didn't make my purchase till 2020. So the leaks for Deckard, which is Steam Frame, been coming out since I want to say 2020 into 2020, early 2021, and it's been a long road for this headset. There's been so many things that have been coming out. Mainly, sadly, Bradley's been following the hardware side of Valve, and there's a guy called Tyler McVicker who's been following mainly always software, and eventually both of those started converging, like those leaks at the same time. So we started seeing about a year and a half ago the concept of a Steam console, like another machine. Everyone was a little confused, like, what is this? And a controller called Roy. So it became the topic of what's going to be coming out first. And we every year we get a little bit more information. But when Roy came out, the controller, and that it's going to be usable with the VR headset, that's when things really started picking up, because early 2021 we got the most amount of information, and it just kind of went very radio silent for a while. There was talks of it being modular, where they were thinking of the leaks were suggesting where they could have like a puck that connects to the headset to give extra processing power. But now the headset's fully out. We're seeing what Valve is kind of hinting at.
Not fully out, fully revealed.
Fully revealed, sorry, in terms of information. In my head, it's ready. Like the whole community is like, okay, we're finally, it's here. Everyone's like relieved. People have made like essays. Thank you for following me for the leaks. Thanks for this. Like the copium is like over. We have hope. Like there's people who made posters called Deckard, I believe, like stuff like that. It's so funny. But the idea of the Steam Frame, because I don't know if people know about the other products in VR or AR or XR, other than the Quest line and the PSVR 2, there's been these AR glasses that you see that people use on their phones and Steam Decks to have a kind of a screen. So you're starting to see now, about a year and a half ago as well, that Valve is kind of trying to get into spatial computing. So it's not just VR worlds. You're going to use anything that you use that's quote unquote flat or pancake into a VR spatial area. So what they're trying to do is trying to make the Steam Frame not just a VR like gaming device, a device where you're able to even play your flat screen games. Streaming it, because a lot of people don't have an extra monitor, they want to play on the go or whatever. And with the Steam machine, it's a perfect compatibility setup right there. And they're advertising the headset as not only a standalone device that you could play your games in VR in standalone like a Quest, but they're saying it's not ideal. It's better to use it as a PC VR headset to stream from a PC, which I think most of the Quest 3 users are either, kids or casuals that only play on the Quest 3, and everyone else is literally just PC VR, unless the game is exclusive to Quest 3. And everyone's been I've been personally just been dealing with meta up until this point. So I had a Quest 2 before an Index, which doesn't make sense because the Quest 2 came out after
the Index. Yeah.
And so I was playing Half-Life Alyx. I was like, man, this game's amazing. I don't want to play on this piece of trash like Quest 2. So I went and bought an Index like in 2022. So about 3 years later, it got released. And that headset lasted a long time. And knowing how Valve is, like, this is going to be an interesting future for gaming.
100%.
Not only for NVR and just spatial like gaming in flat screen, like, but with a console, dude, it's going to be a bright future. We saw what they did with the Steam Deck and what everyone else started copycatting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts. I'm most excited. So you're excited most about the Steam Frame, right? That's your like
both, but yeah, like
Steam Frame's your number one for me is a Steam controller.
Oh,
that's good. Yeah, I know. It's an odd one, dude. I loved the first Steam controller. I thought it was an amazing piece of hardware, super customizable. I actually still have it, and you
gotta let me try it out because honestly, I don't see like just looking at it, I don't see how you can really play a lot of games, especially like the old one with the touchpads without because it has one analog stick or no analog sticks.
No, it has analog stick,
but only one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, with that, I just didn't know how that would play, but you have to let me try it out. Unless if you're saying that actually works very similar to the two touchpads that the Steam Deck has. It does.
Yeah, so the touchpads on the Steam Deck are basically like an improved version of what the Steam controller used to be.
Okay, the V1. Okay.
And it was a great piece of experimental hardware. I really enjoyed it. The customizability of that I think is insane. The touchpads, playing PC games using a controller that you couldn't play PC games with, like that's what the Steam controller unlocked for you. And so I'm really excited for the Steam controller, the round 2 V2 over here, to see how they improve it. And the puck is going to be pretty amazing. I think the connectivity and
I saw that
responsiveness with it. Yeah, and it's going to be compatible with all of the machines, the deck, Steam machine, and the frame, which I think is sick. It's going to be a good controller.
I think you'll like it more because it's supposed to work in tandem with the frame. There's supposed to be like you're able to see the controller in VR. It's supposed to replicate it in that space, which is really, really cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it has gyro this time. It has grip gyro. It has magnetic thumbstick, so you're not going to be dealing with drift.
Right.
So
which I just started seeing with my Joy-Cons, by the way.
All of the check boxes of like an amazing controller, and I'm like a controller geek. I don't know. I have so many controllers. I have the PlayStation controller that I play on my PC too, just to like test out what different controllers do, and it's interesting. And there's not like to this day there hasn't been a controller that's like one size fits all. Like this is the best controller out there. Like Xbox Xbox is good for a lot of things. The PlayStation controller I think is superior in my opinion to a lot of the Xbox controller.
Which PlayStation controller? DualShock 4, DualSense?
DualSense, I think
DualSense. Okay.
The Edge.
The Edge.
Yeah,
I think that's the best controller on the market right now. Right. And then there's a lot of also third-party controllers. I think a good runner-up for like a really solid controller that works with the Switch really well as PC and Xbox and PlayStation, if you really wanted to, is the 8BitO Ultimate. That one's actually a really good one too. I have that one. But yeah, I'm like, it's weird. I'm like a controller geek. Really excited about the Steam controller.
Yeah. Two things. There is technically a third Steam controller.
Are you talking about the controller that comes with the frame?
No.
Or the Steam Deck?
The Ori controller that Steam partnered
Oh, that
with.
one. It's not. Yeah, it's like a third-party licensed one. It has the
Steam logo on it.
It has a Steam logo on it, and it's officially recognized as a Steam controller on Steam Input.
Yeah. Second thing, dude, the Valve Index controllers, till this day, people have those as number one in VR.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you why. So Half-Life Alyx, like this is what's really exciting because the Index was built for Half-Life Alyx. And no other headset had this small feature that, like, if you look at it, you're like, oh, this is not really a big deal. I'm not going to go buy an Index for this. But the concept of VR is all about immersion. And I feel like a lot of these headsets that have been coming out have been compromising, especially with 100%. Meta. Like, they're kind of just really compromising the immersion.
Yeah.
So
I think I know what feature you're going to talk about.
The Index controllers, they have this pressure sensor. So in VR, the Index... like the the controllers, all your fingers are individual.
Mm-hmm.
But on the Quest and other controllers, for the most part, the main Quest line or Rift, your fingers are split into 3 segments: thumb, index, and these are just
and the rest.
one.
Yeah. So if you want to flip someone off, you can't.
If you pick up a can or an item in VR in Half-Life Alyx, and you squeeze on a Quest, nothing happens.
Oh,
but on an Index controller, it feels the pressure, the can crushes, and that can only happen with Index controllers. So with the new grip-enabled gyro and all that kind of stuff that they're doing with the controller, I'm out of focus. I don't know why. And I'm hoping with the also Steam Frame controllers that add like extra features like that. Mm-hmm. That stuff, it just kind of really depends on, because like there's so many different devices in VR. Like it's up to really third-party developers. But Valve builds like their games around their hardware to like maximize the experience, the gameplay, and everything. And with a controller like this, I feel like with the Steam Deck, the history of the Index, and all this stuff, I think Valve is like catching its stride in every avenue at this moment.
I think Xbox basically handed them this victory. Basically, you know, it's insane that we're at this point. Like Xbox exiting the hardware space, and Steam's like, all right, let's go.
Well, they weren't really exiting.
Yeah, they're not really exiting. I was about to say
the console space.
They're exiting. Yeah, console space is more accurate. You're correct.
Yeah, because
I think in the future, hardware is going to also be just like a partnership / an extra. I don't think it's going to be a focus for Xbox.
For
it's
Microsoft,
not, because remember there was leaks about the proprietary Xbox handheld, and they got scrapped, and they just quickly switched around and just partnered with Asus. So now you're starting, like the last couple weeks and months we've been seeing with all the changes, you can tell that Xbox kind of just made that change because like they're like, hey, the Asus ROG is already ready. Our Windows gaming UI isn't ready. We'll just launch it on that, get it ready in competition with SteamOS, because you saw what SteamOS was doing with Lenovo and all that stuff, and coming to desktop PCs eventually. It's not ready yet, but I feel like Xbox got a fire lit under them. Like, this is our space, and someone just barely tried and is winning. Like, they lost the PlayStation, and they can't compete with Nintendo. So,
the Xbox just fumbled so hard. I don't know.
Huge fumble.
Yeah.
And they even Phil Spencer tweeted, "Congratulations to Valve, and this is what we need." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh, dude."
Yeah, whatever. It feels he's lost all respect for me, to be honest.
Really,
dude. It's been.
Yeah, he took a selfie with me. Don't diss him like that.
No, dude, you got
a selfie with him?
Yeah.
Listen,
that's sick.
I'll drop it in the group.
He bought so many studios under his leadership.
Yeah.
All of them have failed.
But
all of them
credit to him. He fixed, compared to what Xbox was during the Xbox One generation.
Yeah, no, 2013, just remember?
And Game Pass was nothing. Compared to what it is now.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
Game Pass,
he got it to a point. He got it to a point, but
Game Pass isn't great anymore. It's going down.
I don't know if he really had made the call on. I don't think it's him.
I don't think he. So here's my thing. His leadership has gotten Xbox to this point. Like his failures has gotten to this point. Like he has not led a successful studio. They had many great studios.
Yeah.
And like, how are you not like pumping out amazing games out of that? Like, what are you doing?
They have a management issue, and I think also Microsoft is so demanding, and they want a certain type of
demand has come. It was not demanding years prior. The demand is coming now because Microsoft switching to AI focus, and they're like, all right, we want to.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit before. I mean, it kind of all trickled down because when we saw the initiative, the studio, the initiative that was working on the Perfect Dark game.
Oh, sorry.
That's Coalition is what you're thinking of.
Coalition,
Initiative was working on the Perfect Dark game. They revealed a trailer for it. It looks great. It's clearly unpolished. It's not finished yet. They're calling it the first quadruple A game, but it looked pretty exciting. I was excited to see what else is going to come out of it. Yeah, and then finally they suddenly scrapped the entire project.
How do they scrap that but not Fable when it has shown nothing?
Nothing.
Exactly. And I don't think Phil has there's a pure speculation, but I don't think Phil was the one that made that call, because Phil is a gamer. He would not have seen that and said, no, we're scrapping this because it's not gonna, because I feel like the scrapping came from, we spent so much and we're gonna spend even more. It's gonna end up being just, let's just cut our losses right now and just back out and put our money elsewhere, which is, AI.
Especially all the teeter-tottering and like everything they would say kept changing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he got Xbox to a certain point, and Microsoft heads were like, "Okay, cool, we'll take over now." Like
exactly. Yeah.
I feel like
that's just all opinions. This is all just opinions.
I think it got to a point where Microsoft was like, "All right, what the hell are you doing with Xbox? We're taking over. Clearly, what you're doing is not working." And
it may be from a financial sense, because they were seeing that people were paying for Game Pass and they weren't really seeing much of a return on it. People aren't buying our games; they're just using Game Pass. So let's hike up the prices and let's make sure people can't get the discounts on our DLC anymore. Different decisions like that. Those all came from above them. Yeah,
the culture of Microsoft bled into Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox is owned by Microsoft, but had its own culture and branding and everything. That's what happened.
Yeah, no, but if to Abdul's point that he was trying to make earlier, if you look at the 2013 Xbox One announcement led by Don Matrick, who was the Phil Spencer at that time, that was terrible. And the fact that the fact that Phil was able to take it from that much of a bombshell to what it almost was is a huge thing.
Yeah. And what's crazy, like a few weeks ago, they came out when Don Matrick was like, he canceled like a Halo MMO. And
also here's the selfie I took with Phil Spencer. And just a quick thing. This was almost 10 years ago. Actually 10 years ago. When I was about to take a picture with him, his security almost said no, but he was like, no, it's okay. Let him come.
That's sick.
That's why he will always have respect for me.
That's cool. Yeah, I feel like he's not the best, but he didn't make a turnaround, to be honest. But
yeah. Definitely.
He just fumbled it, That's Xbox.
But let's stop talking about Xbox. We already talked about Steam. Let's get it back on Steam.
Well, the reason I bring up Xbox is because the Steam machine, it's really going to depend, and I think we can. I'm switching conversations now. I think we talked about the controller, talked about the frame. The Steam machine is going to be a very interesting piece of hardware. It's all.
And by the way, that's the one I'm most excited for. So we have a trifecta.
Depend on where it's priced. I think that's going to be the deciding factor of whether or not it's a success. If it's in the $400 or $500 ranges, I think it's going to be it's going to be
4 or 5?
500s. I think if it's in.
You think 5?
That's what I'm.
So look, if
you
look at the specs, paying like 800 for that is
no, it won't reach 800. It won't reach. 800.
I think I have I was going to say somewhere between 6 to 8. Because 6 for the lower tier one, 8 maybe for like the 2 terabyte.
But if it went,
it can't be cheaper than a base OLED, in my opinion.
True.
Although it is handheld, it might be a little bit more expensive because it's a handheld device that can play games.
Base OLED is $549.
But base OLED is
$549.
No, no, sorry,
$549. Yeah, $549. Yeah. I think we're gonna see it between the base the Steam machine anywhere between $550 to $600, and then the higher tiered memory one is gonna be $600 to $650.
$650. Okay.
600 to 650.
I think that's pretty reasonable. But
yeah,
so anything higher than that, I think is going to be contentious.
Yeah, it could be 650 because it is a 2 terabyte NVMe too. And it's supposed to be 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck.
Right.
So, I mean, just knowing Valve, I don't think they're going to be sitting here like $700 price. Like, it makes no sense for them to do that.
Yeah, because if you do get that higher price tag, you're running into. Yeah, go ahead.
Does it include the controller for that price?
No.
Okay,
the Steam machine technically does not include the controller.
So technically, most people in their heads are like, I'm buying a console without a controller. I want the Steam controller. So technically, if you put the two together, it'll be up to $700.
So controller, we're thinking probably 60, 70.
They're probably. There could be a bundle price.
Yeah, there could be a bundle price.
Yeah.
Well, what are we speculating on the price of the controller?
I say $80.
80.
Yeah, 80?
I was gonna say
80. Yeah, I think 80 is reasonable. Okay, what about frame?
Dude, that's like so a year ago, people were
wait, before we get to the frame price. I think the one I want to talk about, the reason I'm telling you the Steam machine is going to be very interesting, the price point wise, because if you go a higher tier price, you stop dealing with the everyday consumer.
100%.
And you go into the enthusiast consumer. And the enthusiast consumer, specifically for the PC game market, is like, why would I buy that when I can build my own custom thing with however I want to do it and play it my way, right? So that's, I think, going to be a very thin line to cross for Steam. Now, the Steam OS is pretty attractive, like out of the box. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
It'll be interesting to see if they release the OS separately as like a, hey, you can install this on like a homebrew box. That would be a very smart move.
They already said they're working on it.
Yeah, they're working on it. Yet. Yeah, so I'm saying as part of Steam Machine's launch,
I think they would wait on that. That would, if I were them, I would wait because you want people to buy the Steam Machine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at it in terms of adoption of the OS. That's, to me, is the end goal.
Yeah.
You want them to adopt the OS so that it gets more people on it and it gets more traction and it gets more developers on it. It becomes more mainstream. And then all of a sudden, AAA games are thinking like, oh, we have to make sure our games are compatible with Steam OS because people have Steam OS.
But think how Steam operated with that. Steam OS didn't hit another PC handheld till how many years later? They perfected it on their own hardware, on that type of hardware before coming out about 3 or 4 years to the Lenovo. Yeah. I feel like they'll probably put it out here, perfect it, get people attracted to it, try to get as many games verified on the Steam machine compatible before releasing it out to other. And this is like the reason I'm super excited about the Steam machine, because I've been going back and forth for like several years about a small form factor PC.
Me too.
Either building the the Coolmaster Encore one. It's like it looks like
it looks like an Xbox Series X. Yeah.
I've been wanting that one, and I was like, I just never do it. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend almost $800 to $1,000 just for, because I go to my in-laws or my mom's house. And I'm like, I really want to. Then I go back and forth, and I was like, I'll buy a Minis Forum or a Ugreen or Belkin mini PC.
Yeah, those. But
I was like, dude, I don't. If it breaks, so it's like $500-$600. But if those are priced $500-$600, like, and the performance are, I think, almost similar to this, but obviously with Steam support or Valve support, it's way less. Like those mini PCs. But my point is, like, this solves my problem wanting that, and the fact that the pricing for it kind of makes sense between $500 to $650, depending on the memory size, is because those, like, finicky like mini PCs are charging that much for less. Technically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
The only missed opportunity about this that kind of irks me a little bit is that there is no eGPU support.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
I did buy eGPU enclosure, right? Because I was like, you know what? I'll just use my Asus ROG and that instead of a small form factor. And eGPUs are making kind of like they're growing pretty well. I understand Steam Deck may not have that because it's already been established, and Thunderbolt 4 is kind of came after that in terms of making it affordable. This is a new device. Like they should have, I think, let that be an option. I don't know if they'll have like another newer model later, or there's like support for it, but they haven't really gave enough details. But it doesn't look like there is.
Right. I think the issue with eGPU support has more to do with software than hardware because of the driver support. For the particular GPUs that people might be putting in their eGPU enclosures. So needing to support all that and saying it's only going to work with this.
But Valve makes everything, hey, you can do what the hell you want and play with it. That's the whole point.
Right.
Like even the Steam frame has a PCIe slot port by your nose and multiple USB ports where you can start adding mods and everything like that.
The Steam frame?
The Steam frame, yeah.
Really? Okay. So clearly I haven't looked into it as much.
The modding community is like excited for this because the Index had a little bit, but there's not much you can do with it. But the Steam frame does have support for that kind of stuff. Not sure what's going to come up with it, but that's
Okay.
But yeah, in support of what Abdul's saying in terms of pricing, like if you look at those other mini PCs, like kind of makes sense. Because what was it? Digital Foundry said that they were playing Cyberpunk at 1440 at 60 frames. With frame gen and everything,
it goes up to 4K at 60.
Yeah, up to 4K.
That's with
not maxed out,
FSR.
Obviously. Yeah, not maxed
it's with
out
FSR.
and everything. But the fact that it's able to do that, like, is a good because Cyberpunk is a demanding game. I don't expect this thing to play Cyberpunk perfectly at 4K anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not the point. But if you had the eGPU support, that would have been pretty awesome. Yeah,
definitely.
Unless they come out with Steam Puck or something like that, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, maybe something like that. No, for me, the Steam machine, the Steam machine is definitely the one I'm the most excited for. I'm excited for all of them, but the Steam machine for sure, because I'm running on a PC from 2017 still doing a lot of my gaming on there. It still somehow surprisingly still runs Battlefield 6. So for me to get a newer machine that one is going to be priced a lot less, and two, it's going to be a lot more portable, works really well. Because sometimes I play with my PC on the TV, and with my controller in hand, I also have to have a wireless keyboard with the trackpad next to me, just in case I have to do some stupid Windows crap like the UAC prompt or whatever, because that's always a Windows thing. So having so sometimes I prefer to play with my Steam Deck docked on the TV just because it's a lot more controller friendly, and that's what I'm most excited for about the Steam machine. Plus, more LAN parties with that too. So
that's Tell me how Go ahead.
We were just talking to one dude, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna do a LAN party, and he was like, are we gonna bring our entire PCs? He's never been to a LAN party before.
Right. Oh yeah, I was there for that. Yeah.
We were like, yeah, dude, you bring your whole freaking PC with you. What?
Yeah.
He was like, can I bring a laptop? I was like, no, dude, you're bringing your whole
unless if it's a gaming
PC.
Laptop.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you were make a note. Sorry about the Steam machine. Before I forget, how is Valve still a company that's offering you to put a micro SD in any device you want?
Right.
I stuck with Android for the longest because of that.
Because I remember this.
Took away that, I was like, there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point to be able to put this anymore. And tell me how that's like. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna have a micro SD slot. You can use NVMe or micro SD slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
I just want to make that.
Props to
definitely
the same, man. Honestly.
Yeah. I'm also hoping it's a 2280 NVMe and not a 2230, the full size one.
It's both.
Wait, it's both for the.
They did a breakdown. And the guy who's the engineer is I think he's Muslim, but I don't know if he's Arab or what. His name is Yazan.
Okay.
Yazan something. And PC Magazine did something with him. The guy Steve Tech, they call it Tech Jesus or whatever.
Him.
He did a video with
Hardware. Yeah, they call him Hardware Jesus.
Gamer Nexus. Thank you, Gamer Nexus. He did a video with him. The guy's been making rounds, like showing off the Steam machine. because that's most of everyone's main focus is the machine, because it's like, you know, the more common way to game.
Yeah.
I think Linus is one of the more popular ones that tried out Steam Frame because he's a VR guy. He's pretty big in VR.
He loved it. He was talking about how like the new tech that they're releasing with it. What is it called?
This is what I want to say.
The foveated streaming things, like insane.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that's awesome, because
freaking insane.
Here's the thing: what people don't understand. So I'll go back to the price of the Steam Frame. Sorry, go ahead. That subject. People online, I did a video about this. People online like, this is not much better than a Quest 3. I was like,
you don't understand.
Yes, I wanted a fully like horsepower beefed up headset. I was willing to pay over $1,000 for a headset like that. But in the last couple of years, the way the VR market's been going, the games that have been coming out, the gaming industry as a whole, the tech industry as a whole, the pricing and everything, it was a good decision by Valve not doing that and make something a little bit more focused on utility and getting people reinterested into VR in a new way. Like it added an extra layer, because I don't think VR is at a space where it's ready for something like that. Because Pimax, you saw what they did. I don't know if you guys know who Pimax is. They do headsets for over $2,000.
Okay.
And they're like huge and like super beefy.
Those, okay.
We saw what happened with Apple, like $1,800, $2,000 headset, even though it's not a gaming one. Samsung just released one for $1,800. The market's not ready they haven't seen the full utilization of VR, and hasn't been enough out there to convince people to do that. For a phone, people won't spend $2,000 because obviously
I haven't
there's so much that you need.
I haven't bought a VR headset yet. I'm not.
Yeah, and then the pricing of the Quest has skewed the market in terms of they take a loss on it like crazy. Meta takes so much loss on hardware just to eat up the market. So this thing, even though the resolution is similar to a Quest 3 and it has the pancake lenses and it's not OLED and it's LED, there's a reason why they did that. Linus talks about why they didn't go OLED, but it's not just the resolution and the type of lenses that makes VR. There's so many immersive things that people don't think about, like the controls, like I mentioned. The whole foveated streaming is really great, because the only other headset in that price range that did foveated anything was the PSVR 2 was foveated rendering. So everyone that plays PC VR mainly uses streaming versus a cable. With the foveated streaming, makes it a lot better, because people wanted to get rid of that cable anyways. Because they wanted the max performance. Most people use a cable. So the fact that this if you look at just specs in general at the Steam Frame, there's a lot more to it than just resolution and the types of lenses. People need to realize in VR. VR has been growing, and a headset like this will motivate and give developers more tools and room for creativity, hopefully, to make more inspiring games, because everything has been around meta, and it's not like, the thing is, like, the power of the standalone device is not enough. There's only so much you can do, and the chipset is actually newer than the Quest 3. So
Snapdragon 8 Gen 3.
So what are we pricing it at? 1,200?
I would say I want to say 650 to 700.
Yeah, because they want to compete with Meta.
Yeah, 650 to 700.
They want to compete with Meta on that.
I was thinking around 1,000.
No. So initially, last year it was supposed to be 1,000. People were saying it's going to be over 1,000.
Yeah.
But now seeing the specs on it, it doesn't warrant 1,000.
Right.
It'll be very weird if they do that, unless there's more to it they haven't shown off. But if they're telling you use this as a streaming device for PCVR more than standalone, which you can, I don't see it being $1,000. I don't.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
They did mention that you can use it for some standalone stuff. Like I would imagine at the very least, Alex would be playable. You'd have to probably scale the settings down.
Yeah, it'll be playable, but it's not going to be. You're better off streaming.
Yeah, probably.
Streaming,
way better off. Yeah.
Does it have? Did they mention it was going to have cable support, or?
No,
and even cable would be streaming, right? Because it's just streaming the data straight into.
Yeah. So
it's not. It's not like a Rift S.
I'm one of those. I'm willing to deal with the cable.
Same, me too.
Because you're able to do that. But the thing is, what's it called? The Index they were using DisplayPort. Everything's moved to USB-C. I don't remember seeing a USB-C port in terms of that on the headset. I don't see anything in the specs about that because they're really they're talking about wireless adapter that's supposed to come with it, and it has dual radio to like help like the the streaming not be interrupted and be a little bit more clearer, because that Meta did that as well. So I don't see anything mentioning that. See, there's an expansion port that I mentioned earlier, but I don't see anything about a cable. I think they're moving away from that.
Okay.
Because Meta's kind of moved away from the whole PC VR aspect, but they're just like they're Meta's own streaming system is not that great. Valve released a Steam Link for VR on the Quest and PC, and is way better. But Virtual Desktop was the main one that everyone's been using. I don't see here. I'm looking at the connectivity. There is no wired support.
Okay.
If the wireless with foveated rendering, I think it would remove the need for a cable.
Okay.
For sure. You're able to get more out of it.
Right. No, because I'm thinking more about like latency and stuff, because I do sim racing in VR quite a bit too.
That's the whole point of the foveated rendering. The foveated rendering along with the wireless adapter that's supposed to come with it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, hopefully it's going to be better than what we currently have, because I've tried it.
Yeah. You still need a good router in the same space as you are.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
No other devices connected to it. I have a separate router just for my PC and my VR. That's it. Like nothing else is connected to it.
Okay.
But I mean, it could have. They might not have mentioned it, to be honest, but it could.
Possibly. Yeah. We'll see.
But the only thing people are really upset about in VR is that it's not color pass through. It's black and white.
So I still have a Quest 2, so I still deal with that.
Yeah, so you know how it's black and white?
Yeah.
The Quest 3 is colored. Even though it looks raunchy, it's colored. I'm like, I don't really care. Like,
exactly, because probably making a color pass through would be making it more expensive, and I don't think you need that. It's not meant to be more of an AR device.
The thing is, if you're playing flat screen games, you want to play in your space. You don't want it to be black and white.
No, weird, I want to be in a virtual. I want to be in a theater, bro.
Yeah, so I don't want to be in my own space. Yeah, but some people do. So I don't know how that's going to work, or that's going to be an update later, or I don't think it's going to be an update. I think it's based off hardware.
Okay.
I don't know. They didn't really clarify on that, but yeah, the only like way that I would think connecting wired is there some kind of adapter with the PCIe Gen 4.
Maybe
in front of it, but I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not.
Maybe we'll see how it goes. So one thing we haven't really touched on for the Steam frame is that because it's running now, I'm gonna get a little technical here. Is that because it's running a Snapdragon ARM-based processor, most of every single Steam game, they have to build a new, or they've already been building a new translation layer to translate games from like Windows based or even Linux based to work on ARM based. So that I've seen some people from the emulation community talk about that, because for those that have Android, those retro emulators that are emulation devices that are built on Android, they've been using stuff like WinLater and for GameHub, I think, to play Steam games natively on their Android devices. And those are all community based projects, except for GameHub, which was done by GameSir, the controller company. Yeah, so this will be pretty interesting to see something native from Steam itself to get those games translating. So yeah, to be able to play, maybe lower fidelity indie games, 2D games on, the Steam frame in 2D, that would be pretty dope. I would love to see that, just to be able to do that
too. Like you may not have to play it only native. Like you still have, the whole point is like, I'll be buying the Steam machine and the controller, by the whole shebang. Now, I do have my beefy PC, but here and there, I don't mind just trying the Steam machine instead of heating up my room or my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, to test out the whole... Bro. Dude, I hate the heat,
We're in California, bro. We're in California.
I hate the heat, dude. Like, I hate the sight of the heat.
It's been raining
I want it to be freezing. I want it to be freezing.
See, my wife has been making fun of me for that. It's like, oh, you guys call this cold. Back in New York, this is not cold.
It snowed out here. Remember a few years ago in the IE? I went up in the mountains. I kid you not. I literally took off my shirt and jumped in the snow, and I laid there. And my wife was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I love the cold. Like, I don't care." But the what's it called? Oh wait, here's one USB-C 2.0 port in the rear for charging and data charge with USB-C 45 watt. I don't think that's going to be enough.
I don't think 2.0 is going to be enough.
Yeah,
for data streaming.
Yeah, it's not. So anyways, what were we talking about? Yeah, so the whole point is like if you want to stream it too, you don't have to use the actual Steam frame to do all the standalone work on a indie game or whatever. You could use a Steam machine to stream that to your
frame,
your headset. So if you're playing in the room and your kids are hogging the TV, just launch your Steam machine and launch Cyberpunk, bro. I don't know.
You know, the first thing I thought of when I saw the frame, I was like, hey, my household's like a no screen household, right, for kids.
Dude, yep.
So it's hard for me. It's pretty much impossible for me to game during the daytime. Yo, I can just put this thing on
and sit in the bathroom and no one knows.
Just like, I'm in my office, got it on.
Oh yeah, you can go to the office, but
and then because even in my office, I mean, the kids come and go, right? They're like, "Oh, I have a game kit. Like you're playing game, like you know."
Can I play?
Have they seen you play a game so far? Or?
They've seen it, yeah. They've seen me play here and there.
But you try not to.
But I try not
to. Okay.
Yeah. Like I told my wife before we had our kid, like I want the AR glasses, and in the last 2 birthdays, none of my family got me that. I'm buying myself a Steam frame. But here's the thing: the Quest 3 just recently in the last year got USB-C in for that type of stuff to like stream your games. Well, you could have technically.
It didn't come with that. It didn't come with that from the get go because the Quest 2 had it.
Stream in with HDMI.
Oh, with HDMI. Okay.
Like HDMI, you use like a USB.
Oh, you're talking about HDMI. Wow. Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
Cable. Yeah. So instead of streaming it, so
it's direct input.
Yeah, you could have technically streamed your PC games from Steam onto your headset and streamed it for virtual desktop and everything. Same thing, but they recently got in that whole cable thing if you connect it to another device. There are people doing, but it never really took off.
Okay.
So Quest kind of had it and they added it in later because they saw like a big need for the market, but they kind of just chucked at it and never did anything else with it. Like it's been Meta really kind of just stopped caring too much in terms of gaming and try to make the whole social aspect.
Right.
They start going to like their glasses and AI and that whole VR era kind of just like started slowly crumbling.
I actually just booted up my Quest 2 the other day after like months of not using it, and it's like, oh, Meta Horizon OS, and it's like, yeah.
So they're trying to make it all that social. Also, they've announced that's going to be also available to other third-party headsets, and Asus is working on making a headset, but it's been like 2 years and nothing's ever happened.
Okay, yeah. So let's wait for Steam to wrap
let's go
up.
Valve.
Let's go Valve. Let's go Valve. Have Valve just come in and just mop them all with the floor.
It's cool what's cool about the Quest. Like I'll probably still keep it because it's Android based, and a lot of people have loaded in Android based emulators in there and like hacked in and stuff. That's kind of cool, but Meta's has kind of just been dormant. You know, they haven't really been pushing it too much, and they made weird decisions.
Weird because they're spending billions on this stuff. Like
they don't know what they are. Like they're 1 year they're AI company, one time they're glasses, VR, gamers,
social
business,
media,
enterprise, like it's all over the place.
Yeah,
that's the trend of tech companies right now. They're just all over the place.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm working them.
One last tangent before we start wrapping up. I'm just a question out of curiosity. Have you tried any of the PC VR features with the PSVR 2 now that they have that adapter released?
So I had launched it, but I never really did too much with it. Because at the beginning it was kind of just broken.
Right, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like
if you have the other headset, it's basically like no point.
Exactly.
PS3?
Yeah. Like
if you have any other headset than the PSVR 2,
like
PC,
it's kind of cool. Like
if that's the only one you have.
Well, there are aspects of the PSVR 2 in terms of like the comfort and stuff like that. And there was a lot of features that were on the PSVR 2 that they didn't bring it over to PC. I feel like they just had another missed opportunity. Like there's really no point. It's just better off using the Quest 3 because there's a lot more support for it. But what's funny is that the PSVR 2 controllers are like this close to the Apple headset because Apple's like, hey, your guys' controllers, people got it to work, and now they're selling the Apple headset with PSVR 2 in the PSVR 2 controllers in the store. And Apple's advertising it. That they're compatible, and PSVR 2 needs to just move inventory.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, PSVR 2 was another. It's a great headset, and it's priced very well. It's just it has like eye tracking and everything. It's just they just dropped the ball.
Yeah. To be honest. No, it was for me the thing about the PSVR 2 that I loved seeing when my friend demonstrated it for me was with Gran Turismo, where he went straight because the transition from being in 2D to VR is so seamless. Like like if you've ever dealt with that in PC VR, it's like okay, you have to put the headset on, make sure it loads in correctly, launch the game. Is it Oculus? Is it? Do you want to launch it in the Oculus launcher or or Steam VR? Okay, you got to make that selection. And then sometimes it doesn't play well. If you're launching Steam VR has to load. That
stuff's all been figured out recently, anyways, too. So yeah.
No, I tried it. I tried it recently with my Rift S because that's what I use for sim racing.
That's a legendary headset, man.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, even though it's only a 90-degree FOV,
cheap during COVID. It was like below 400.
Okay, I bought it for 100.
Dang,
when I got it from where?
From some dude on Facebook Marketplace,
dude. That
110.
That headset broke, and I kind of just want to buy another one just for like the retro collecting aspect of it.
Okay,
dude, that headset I have so many good memories with. Like, that was my first actual purchase, like of my own. I got to keep.
Nice. If I ever get a Steam frame, inshallah, you can have my Rift S.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
You
heard it here on the podcast.
There you go. All the mechanical boys.
Yeah. It's an exciting time for VR gamers, PC gamers, and people who want to get into PC. We saw what the Steam Deck did. Like, I had I'm pretty sure we all have friends that were wanting to get into PC, and the Deck was their introduction that they can. It was like something they can chew on, price wise. So.
Yeah, and the Deck kind of technically works for LAN parties, but that's another thing.
Yeah,
but you
PC only.
PC only.
You got to bring the tower,
Linux.
the full tower.
Yeah, the tower.
Yeah, no not even a gaming laptop. Not even if you have your 19-inch gaming laptop that folds out. Yeah. Okay, let's before we wrap up the show, let's since we are a gaming podcast, let's go ahead and talk about some of the games we've been playing. I'll have Abdul start because he was the one that was most recently gaming right before we started recording. In fact, maybe he might have been playing a little bit when we were recording.
No comments. There's 2 games I've been playing, mostly on the Steam Deck, pretty much exclusively on the Steam Deck. One is Digimon Time
Sleuth.
The newest one?
The newest one, Digimon Story.
Whatever time it was.
Wow.
I heard that game took a lot of Pokemon fans away.
Dude, that's
what I heard.
Freaking amazing.
Digimon Story Time Stranger.
Time Stranger, yes. It is so good. It's like what Pokemon fans have been asking for like generations. I just delivered it to you. Like, here it is. This is what you've been looking for. It's
crazy. Everyone says that. Everyone's saying exactly what you just said.
It's so good.
It plays well on the Steam Deck?
It plays amazingly on the Steam Deck. It's like flawless. Okay. It's not like an intensively high like fidelity. Like it's not breaking any like graphics barriers. Like the mechanics are kind of like, it's like your old school like JRPG type of things like in there, and it's so good. Like the Digimon collection is like so impactful. Like and the customization and the story actually is interesting, and you're like invested in this world, and like it is a great game for Pokemon fans who have been like hate. And I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and I absolutely hate the direction it's going. And there's like no soul left. It's like utter garbage that's come out.
Like even with ZA, I know how you feel about Scarlet and Violet.
Garbage, bro.
Really?
Yeah, man. It's not looking good for Pokemon.
For the audio listeners, Mohammad was showing off his what is that?
I don't buy Pokemon cards. Okay. My sister just bought some and opened them because like she was with our cousins. She visited our cousins in out of the country, and they got into just opening Pokemon cards. I just don't do it.
Dude,
so they're like, "Hey, you got to open with us just to have fun." And she's like, "Okay, I don't really care." She's like, "I don't care. I'm just gonna open them and give them to Mohammad." Like she just gave them to me.
Oh, nice.
I'm just glad. She's like, "Yeah, like there's a really good card in here." I'm sorry to take away from you, Abdul.
No. What's the card?
And she's like, "Oh, they said this one's really good. It was a holographic card. Hold on, where is it? Sorry, I have to pull it.
It's either going to be really
it's a
good
trainer
or
judge card. I was like, what the hell is this trash? Let me look at the other cards.
okay.
And she doesn't tell me that there's this. Like, it's not great, but it's Articuno.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that was out
You're going to tell me that a holographic trainer card is the better one than a holographic Articuno? Like, I want an Articuno.
That one's going for... Hold on, I'm about to find out.
I don't even know what line this is or anything. There's a Jinx in here. There's a Jinx. There's a Abra non-holographic. Chikorita non-holographic. Lapras non-holographic.
It used to be really. It's. I
don't really care for the value. It's more for me like than anything.
Anyways, okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, Digimon.
Ripping Pokemon cards. Very slippery slope.
I need new glasses. I can't even see what that is.
Okay. It's like blurring out.
Yeah.
Camera. Come on.
That one's it's a VMAX. Yeah, that one's okay. It's not that.
Okay, I'm not gonna retire.
No, you're not gonna retire.
Okay, that's what I care about. Sorry. Continue. Pokemon slippery slope. Digimon's better. Go.
Oh, the cards. Okay.
Yeah.
You should. Yeah, that's people get addicted on that stuff.
Really. Oh no, this is like a one. I didn't even buy this.
Just
okay.
Be warned. But Digimon, amazing game for any Pokemon fans out there that want an actual game that you wanted as a childhood for Pokemon to evolve into. This is the game for you. You don't need to know Digimon's world or story. They do a pretty good job explaining it.
That was going to be my question.
And you pick it up pretty quickly. The one it's not a complaint. The grind is a little bit much sometimes. So how Digimon works in this game in particular is to capture Digimon, you have to fight them over and over again until you have basically recorded that Digimon in your own little device, and then you can summon it.
Interesting. Okay.
I would have liked that to be less of a grind than it is. You really need to do it over and over. And so some of the rare Digimons, you're going to be hunting for a while.
Okay. Did you play ZA?
I did play ZA.
Okay, so you have the best.
Yeah,
out of all of us.
ZA was a trashier version of Legends Arceus, in my opinion. The open world of the battles. So the main thing was you do battle in the open world, with trainers. You don't go into a scene and battle. You're just there, and it's okay. Honestly, it's more of a gimmick than anything else at this point.
Okay.
I wasn't really into it. They had graphics are absolute trash.
The JPEG images.
Well, the graphics on the Switch 1, right?
No, I think even Switch 2.
Switch 2, it's terrible. It is terrible.
Wait, you have a Switch 2?
No, I don't, but I've seen.
No, so it's not so much the resolution; it's more of the assets. So people took pictures where the brick walls are offset, so it's very low effort. And the assets are all kind of bleh.
It's really bad.
For a game that price and the company that all that money, it's
and
weird.
it's all in this metropolitan city, so everything's just copy pasted assets of the same 4 buildings, the same 5 posters you're gonna see.
It looks like Duelist City, but for kids. That's what it looks like.
Even Duelist City probably had more variety.
Or more architecture detail and stuff.
Detail than freaking ZA. It's a bad game. It's a really bad game. Nobody likes, even the most staunch Pokemon fanboys are it's okay.
Yeah.
They're not hating on it, but they're not. Oh my god, it's amazing. Arceus, people went crazy for Arceus. I thought it was a good step. I didn't think it was amazing. It had a lot of problems. Scarlet was bad in my opinion. Scarlet Violet, and then this is ZA was not good. But the budget for ZA was abysmally small. It was in
oh, was it? Okay.
It was really bad. What's the budget? I don't remember budget for. Yeah, it was 13 million.
Oh wow!
Dang, for Pokemon.
And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, how are you? That's all you gave the studio to make. And yeah,
Market
I don't feel
conditions,
like
bro.
I don't feel like Game Freak respects the Pokemon franchise, like gaming franchise. They're milking it for all it's worth, and they're making billions. So Digimon's good. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
Okay, so that's the first game. What's the second game?
Second game, even more fun. Megabonk. If you don't know about Megabonk is from the creators of Vampire Survivors. This is their game number 2. It's wild. It's addictingly fun.
It's basically Vampire Survivors, but in 3D.
Vampire Survivors in 3D.
In third person.
So think of Risk of Rain 2 if you ever played that. Risk of Rain 2 kind of vibes. That's what I get from it. But it's super silly. Like it's very silly. Like the types of weapons you get and like the items you pick up. Like there's one item you pick up where it's like you get these gloves that slap the enemy's butt cheek so hard that it like shoots lightning out to other opponents. Like that's how silly this game is. It's hilarious. Super addicting. It's a grand time. Plays amazing on the deck. And yeah, just vibe out. That's
nice.
That's what I was doing right before this call. But yeah,
right before the record button too.
I actually beat the boss right when the record button.
Steam, so I can pull up the specs of the devices, and I just see him playing. I was like, I'm looking at him through the camera. I'm like, are you playing right now? I was like, I caught you, and he started laughing. And Faraj was like, what's going on? I was like, go open your Steam friend list.
It's too funny. Too funny. All right, Mohammad, tell us what you've been playing.
I've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders.
Okay.
How's that? I haven't played it yet.
It's so I think I mentioned last time I've played Tarkov.
No, you mentioned it last time, but we didn't release that episode.
Yeah, we never released that episode.
Yeah,
so,
Just a disclaimer. It was because of technical issues. Yeah, exactly. Because of me, because I messed up a setting, we couldn't release that episode.
Look,
so
he's
sorry,
buying
guys.
He's buying a Steam frame, a machine, and a controller to avoid those headsets. That's what we're telling.
Exactly.
His family. We're buying this for specific reasons.
Exactly.
It's fun, man. I've played a bunch of other extraction shooters. I've even played like stupid ones like Call of Duty's DMZ, which I did not like at all. It's very good and fun because they figured out how to make it casual. But I've put in I'm level 16. I put at least 15 hours into the game. Probably almost 20. And I have a friend that's maxed out in levels, but he's always that person that maxes it out and just keeps playing PvP, and he helps us out. But I could feel like eventually kind of feels like, okay, what's next? I'm just grinding, trying to get random trash just to upgrade this. It's fun. It has that fix, and each match can't last more than 30 minutes. So like most people who are busy can do like maybe a match or two a day, right? So they figured out the perfect formula. I think what's next is like how to keep people interested and engaged, because I feel like eventually the PvP is going to get super sweaty. And there's only so much you can do with that. So I don't know what the plan is to keep people interested for a very long time, because we saw what Helldivers did. Like a huge surge in a new way, but eventually lost people's interest because there's, you know what I'm saying? It has its moments.
Yeah, it has. And
right.
But credit to them, they figured out the formula how to make an extraction shooter casual and fun and not boring like DMZ, but not crazy where you have to give up your whole life like Tarkov.
Yeah, I think the most common compliment for Arc Raiders is like it's Arc Raiders is Tarkov for people that have jobs.
Yeah, like it's Tarkov is fun. Like I was telling the guys, like I have two friends that were like super like into it. It took over
their life,
like either gaming life and their life. Right, one of them won't touch it unless there's nothing else going on in his life. But I'm the type that I'm like, I'm not gonna spend this much mental energy in the type of game like this. I just would go in and just like, hey, I don't really care if I lose anything. I'm just gonna here to hang out with you guys online and just mess around, and I'll be the guinea pig, like whatever. And sometimes I'll try some of the missions and everything. It just takes a lot of effort to really know and study it. And eventually, Tarkov did release like a arena shooter, like they called it Tarkov Arena. It's like Call of Duty, but like search and destroy. Like you die, you die. it was fun for a while, but Tarkov was infested with cheaters, and they make their business models just like GTA. You cheat, you get banned by the game again, and they keep making higher tiered packages and everything. But
yeah, there's like
$40 there, right? Our creator, obviously there are microtransaction opportunities, but it's all cosmetic. It's very simple, which is really cool. Sometimes I feel like it's a little too simple. Like the guns, there's only so much attachments and upgrades you can do. The ammo, there's not many ammo types other than light, heavy, and medium, and that's specific to specific guns. It's not like, hey, I want to make my light ammo, armor penetrative or just incendiary or whatever. There's none of that. It's pretty simple enough where it's not overly complicated and you're like, what the heck is going on? So I'll give them props to that, but I just don't know in terms of longevity and to keep retaining players. But I think it's a perfect opportunity because Call of Duty is not it. It's just our creators in Battlefield 6 right now.
Yeah.
Like the perfect timing.
So for me, that was maybe my question to you. Was like, okay, Hard Creators gives me similar Helldivers 2 vibes. Like it's fun with friends. It's gonna be a lot of fun with friends, but like that fun's gonna wear off after a while. And like, how will I keep playing it after 2 months?
It's kind of fun because a lot of people now it's kind of people don't trust each other anymore. But in the beginning, it was kind of nice. Even if it's a single solo player, you'll have fun. If you're like, if you're into those type of things, you'll have fun on your own. If you're not, and you just like play those type of stuff with friends, it's gonna be heavily friend dependent.
Yeah.
If you're not into those type of things on your own, and you rather play a single player game, then yeah, like it's not gonna last with a lot of those people. But I mean, if you want to just keep it for $40 and there's no season pass or any of that crap, like it's an easy entry.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see what Marathon will do after that.
There was also that other extraction shooter.
So hard. I'm ready for it.
It'll be interesting to see. Sad to see where Bungie's going with it and how it's going to affect the company as a whole and how things are already affecting. Yeah, they're already going into the ground right now.
What's the big legendary studios? Just I don't know.
I don't like.
You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
They're not even villains, bro. They're like just washed up like. It's like an anime character that's useless at this point. Like I don't know who they become. It's like Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh. Like
speaking
or Yamcha.
Yamcha for Dragon Ball. That's what I was about to say.
Freaking Chaozu did more than Yamcha, man. Like Tien held off Cell.
Yeah, Tien good.
He held off Cell for a bit.
Yeah, but not Yamcha. Yeah, I was actually going to bring up the other. There was that other extraction shooter. They did a beta for it called Exoborn. I was trying to find the name for it. Exoborn. It was made by former Division developers, the guys that worked on with Massive Entertainment.
There's been a lot of other extraction shooters, but like I haven't. Like, there's some that we've tried. There was one called the Forever Winter.
Okay.
Marauders. Forever Winter is a little bit newer, early access. It's very grimdark.
Okay.
It needs a lot of work. Marauders was a lot of fun. Marauders and Arc Creators seem very similar. But Arc Creators obviously more fleshed out.
Gray Zone. I heard it was another one.
Gray Zone, but I think that one had a lot of issues on launch, and it disappointed a lot of people.
And I think to this day, still you need
Arena
like a super
Breakout.
beefy.
Arena Breakout was another one.
Incursion Red River. That's the one I have.
Yeah. There's been so many on PC, man. It's hard to like. But they kind of kept catering.
It's the new genre.
Yeah, they kept catering towards the hardcore people.
Like extraction shooters are like a very hardcore. Like they target a very hardcore audience. Like I don't know why the hell Bungie would make their.
But they're casual. They were trying to make it. Theirs was like the same idea as Arc to make it casual. But I think they did it so bad that even streamers were like, we're not gonna play this. Like the big extraction shooter streamers are playing Arc Raiders a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. Like, hey, it's like I don't have to sit here and like have a panic attack. I'm about to lose my whole inventory because of a cheater. You know what I'm saying?
I did almost have that when I tried out Exoborn, which is my first and last time playing a PvP extraction shooter, because the anxiety that I had from that, I was like, no, this is not why I play video games.
I feel like I'm at a stage in my life where I don't want to get that sweaty again.
Exactly.
Have you guys played DMZ when it came out?
I tried it a little bit. I didn't get it. I was way too busy during that time.
It was just you're just going around the map, just picking up random crap, like fighting off zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Even VR games started doing a lot of extraction shooters. They were a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, to mess around, like Ghost of Tabor. I think Contractors did their own. It's called Contractors Exfil Zone. There's all of those, and they did their Warzone and everything like that. It's just one of those. How long is it going to last? Type of trends in games.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. I can't. It's fun. You'll have a good time. You'll get your money's worth out of $40.
Okay,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, Faraj. Cool. What are you playing, man?
Oh, me. So I don't know if I mentioned this on the episode before the last one that we recorded. The lost episode. But I've been playing through Cyberpunk. In fact, even got the expansion. I've been playing through that as well. Phantom Liberty. This is my third or fourth new playthrough that I've started with that game, because my first time playing it was at the 1.6 launch when it first came out to the PS5 and Series S and X. And I was not interested in it at all. I saw my brother-in-law playing it, and I was like, okay, I have to try this game out. Played it so much, I got way past him and got pretty far. Then for some reason dropped off that game because I think I got busy with life or whatever. And then the new 2.0 update came out with Phantom Liberty. And then I was like, okay, let me start a new character. The first time I started in Nomad. Second time I started a street kid. And then got pretty far with that. And then I think life happened again and started. And then when I finally got a PS5 of my own, I was like, okay, let me try it out right now. And I was like, no, I'm way too far ahead. I can't remember everything that happened. I can't remember what I did with this character. So let me start a fresh playthrough. So I did Nomad. I did Street Kid. So let's do Corpo. And I actually enjoyed the Corpo choices that I get with it. And I'm playing as a female V. And even unlocked got a couple of hijabs that I could wear in game, even though I feel bad wearing it because of the stuff that my character does. It's like, this is not representative of Islam, so I'm not going to put on the hijab. I'll just leave it there as an option. I'm talking about more of the killing and stealing that your character has to do, nothing else extra. I'm sure people are thinking. But yeah, really enjoying my time with that game. I got to the point of no return mission and decided to walk back and finish all the side content and the expansion before I get to it. So yeah, having a lot of fun with that so far.
Nice. I've yet to go back to
I gotta go back.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you guys got to beat it or how far you guys got to it.
So I got it.
Yeah, I got it on launch
when the 3090 came out.
Okay.
Same.
I played 10 hours and I was like, you know what? I'll revisit. 4090 came out. I was like, I'll revisit when I buy another graphics card. I bought it 5090. I bought a 5090. I was like, this is the time. But I need to get a better monitor. I got a 5K, 2K monitor. I was like, this is the time. But now I've been distracted with too many things.
That's so funny. No, I beat that game like shortly after launch. Like that was I sold that game super hard. It was Cyberpunk launch was whatever, like pretty mixed and controversial.
Yeah, I think it was fine on PC.
It was fine on PC. It felt
compared to the Skyrim bugs, but that's all we experienced.
Yeah, it was okay, and I was like, okay, it was good, but I want to now wait and all the updates, whatever happened. So now I want to go back into it and see how much has changed and how much they've improved. I haven't played it since literally.
So. The progression system and the skill tree is completely different now.
From what I've heard. So I want to get back into it, but I do have limited time, and I just bought Europa
Universalis 5.
So I'm about to be a very lifeless boy.
Yeah. But you guys tried the VR mod.
I need to try it out. I saw your video on it a little. I saw your clips. I haven't seen the full video.
It was like pretty mind blowing.
Yeah.
But cool.
I don't know if that's a world I want to be in VR, but maybe I'll give it a try because I love riding the motorcycles.
Not perfect. It's finicky. You mess around. I don't expect anything to do a full playthrough, to be honest. But it's fun to mess around with.
Okay. I love riding the motorcycles in the game. That's my in first person. So I got to try that in VR. Let's see if that gets, because there's currently no good motorcycle VR game that I know of.
There is one that came out on Quest and PC.
Okay.
I don't know if it's good, but it's a motorcycle game.
Okay. So other than Cyberpunk, I also booted up a blast from the past, Red Alert, Command and Conquer Red Alert 2. It was a big game in my middle school / high school years. And yeah, just it was a little pain trying to get it to work again on modern hardware. But just going through the campaign again, back then I used to play with cheats. This time I'm trying to play without cheats, and I was like, okay, I feel like I've gotten good enough as a gamer to be able to play through these older games without cheats. And sometimes it's like, okay, I have to think a lot strategically because it's a strategy game. So I'll turn it off and go play something else that doesn't require me to use my brain a lot. Yeah, there's that. And then another game I've been playing, this is more so on my phone, is Minesweeper. For the I don't know about you guys, but I grew up never understanding how Minesweeper works, and I thought it was just about random.
No one as a kid understood. At least I
don't think. Yeah, okay. Abdul, you might be the only person because I've never come across.
The only one like geeking out. I'm like, what the hell? How does this work?
This is solving physics formulas and stuff and sitting
the numbers.
It's the numbers. Yeah, it's a numbers game. I just recently learned how to play it, so it is a lot of fun.
I never looked into it.
Oh my god.
It's a good game.
Russian roulette, maybe just keep pressing.
Just keep pressing until you don't hit the bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's plenty of guides now to learn how to play it. I picked it up after a little bit of trial and error, and yeah, it's a fun game. If all I have is my phone and I don't have any of my other gaming devices, I'm waiting to get my oil changed or whatever.
And just play that.
No, Balatro sucks me in way too much. That's the thing. Well, yeah.
It's funny. I play these type of games, but I don't get addicted. I lose interest. I played Balatro, it was cool, but I was like, whatever.
Dude, okay. It's a good game.
It's a good no, I'm not saying it's not. I just don't get hooked like that.
Okay.
I'm not saying it as a negative thing. It doesn't get me.
It doesn't capture you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not your type of game. I don't know.
It's fun. I played it for a while and then I just kind of just dropped it.
Okay. I think that's the type of game it's supposed to be for most people.
Yeah.
You just kind of play it whenever you can.
Okay.
But that concludes.
Maybe I'm a simpleton. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with being a simpleton.
I'm a pleb simpleton.
Doesn't even know how to play Minesweeper.
Yeah, for real.
There's two people on this podcast. On your phone? There's two people on this podcast that know how to play Minesweeper now, Mohammad. So you're falling behind.
I know, man. That's why I didn't do too well in college. I barely made
it. Change your name to Minesweeper Gaming.
All right. With that being said, let's wrap up. We actually went quite a few minutes over time, but you know what, viewers, listeners, if you've made it this far, I want to take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in, for checking us out. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform of choice. And follow us on our socials on Instagram at Muslim Gamers. I'm laughing because someone added I like turtles in the script. I'm wondering which one of you that was.
That wasn't me.
That was Abdul then.
I'm laughing.
No comment.
All right. And follow us on our socials on Instagram at Muslim Gamers Podcast, on TikTok, we're Muslim Gamers GG. We'll leave the links for that in the description below. Make sure.
What is he typing?
Okay. And thank you to Abdul and Mohammad. Make sure to check out Moby's Gaming on YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, Abdul just added, how can she slap? This is derailed so much. But you know what? Yeah, I have to give some respect to Mohammad. Check out Moby's Gaming on YouTube and Instagram. Check the links below in the description on where to find him. Until then, we'll catch you guys on the next episode, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam.
I like turtles.
How can she slap?